What is going on, everyone? It's Wes here. So this is a video I've been meaning to make for a long time, just haven't got around to it. I get this question a lot. What do I eat to stay lean or stay in shape? So I'm gonna be going through basically what I eat in a day. I'm not gonna be showing you guys like the cooking process because it's just straightforward, just cook it. Just add heat, add fire, whatever. But yeah, I'm gonna show you guys what I eat, what I like eating, and why I train and eat this way to stay lean. So yeah, let's just get right into it. So first thing I'm gonna say, if your goal is to get lean, is to get in shape, the easiest thing I recommend is finding foods that you like that you can eat every day. Like, eat the same thing every day. One, it's less stressful. You don't have to like track macros all the time. When you just eat the same thing every day, you gotta just like track it one time and then just repeat. Just do the same thing. It just cuts out all the stress of trying to calculate and do all this. If you eat the same thing every day, basically you're good. It gets a little boring, but that's what I recommend for success. Yeah, for me, like, variety is anxiety. Like, I get stressed out when I have different options, or if I haven't planned out what I'm gonna eat next. That's when I start freaking out and be like, okay, like I gotta find something, or I gotta like worry about like, will this fit? And then that just leads to cheating and being off diet and just stressing out. So again, the easiest thing I recommend is just find some foods that you like, foods that you love rather, and that you're able to eat every single day without getting bored. So with that being in mind, this is what I like to eat. So how I like eating is basically on a carnivore style diet. So you just focus on protein first. That's the main thing. When you get your protein handled first out of your macros, then you can just plug in the carbs and fats and then like work around the diet. But if you just fill up your diet with like carbs and fats and then leave protein last, you're not gonna be getting like all the stuff that you need. You sacrifice what you're really made of, like the meat, the protein, for like energy, if you want to look at it that way. Some things I've noticed when I'm on my diet, when I have a high protein diet, I heal faster and I like recover faster. So I mean, like, literally from workouts, I bounce back the next day not feeling as sore. Or if I'm physically injured, like if you got like a cut on your arm or your leg or something, I've noticed when I have a high protein diet, it actually heals faster. And when you slow it down dieting, it heals slower. So getting in enough protein just helps you bounce back and recover a lot quicker. The next thing is you feel more satisfied with food. Like, you're full longer, the food that you eat, it satisfies you. You're not as hungry and you're less likely to cheat. So if you can just have a meal that, sits in your stomach, you're good, you're not like super hungry after, that's gonna set you up for success a lot more than a diet with a lot of carbs and a lot of sugary sweets and stuff that's gonna just make you hungrier again. And the last thing I noticed too, I keep my strength. Like, I've played around with a couple different diets, but the ones that have the most protein in there, I'm still able to lift heavy even when I'm in a calorie deficit or been in an extended deficit. The strength doesn't go away. So if you want to still feel strong and be strong even when you're in a deficit, keep that protein way up. All right, now with that being said, I'm going to try to put the macros on screen just because I don't have them memorized, but pretty much everything I eat for a day, it's gonna have me roughly about 2,000 calories. I will substitute some things out, like leaner choices of meat, when I get like really down to it the last couple weeks, but roughly this is the diet, and then anything else is just like a slight variation of it, but this is the base thing. All right, so for breakfast, every day, 4 eggs, sometimes 5, when I'm feeling a little hungry, but 4 eggs sets the tone. I don't care about like egg whites and doing all that. I'd rather just eat the whole thing. So usually I just boil the eggs, or hard boil it, or throw it in like the air fryer so it's still boiled, but it turns out that same way. Occasionally scrambled eggs. I try to avoid frying it just when I'm in like contest mode, just because it's easy to cut out those fats. But at the same time, when you're not using oil, you can just use like a fat-free cooking spray. It gets the job done still, but just for peace of mind, I usually like boiling them when I'm getting going. And I think it's around like a couple hundred calories. Like, it's not crazy, but you guys will see. Okay, so now the main staples, lunch and dinner. Keep it very simple. I use just a pound of meat. So I'll switch it up, sometimes fish, chicken. Right now, I get a lot of my food from this company called Wild Fork. So this is what they have for ground chicken. This is a pound of ground chicken. And then this is a pound of beef, pork, and veal mixed together. So I find that combination of flavors keeps me satisfied. It adds some flavor with the different fats from the different meats. But yeah, these two, this is what I get through. So like this is lunch and this is dinner. So yeah, a pound of ground chicken for lunch. So it'll look like that. And then a pound of ground beef or veal or pork, whatever, and that's for dinner. And it'll look like that. You do need greens every now and then. So when I feel I need some more fiber or just those micronutrients from fruits and vegetables and stuff, I'll put a pack of like mixed vegetables in with the chicken or the beef. So just throw that in. I don't really count this as much. Anything green that grows in the ground, it's good for you. And this is very low calorie anyways. So I don't stress about greens at all. I throw that in whenever. Same thing, snacks have fruits and vegetables all the time. Like I'll never limit myself on greens, on things that grow out of the ground, because that's only good for you. So yeah, that's another little tip I had. I'm not gonna include this in the macros because I'm not eating this right now, but this is some stuff that I would throw in. And then the last thing I'll do is throw in some protein powder. So this, I love this one, the Hydro Pure Protein Salted Caramel. This flavor is crazy. I do that. And I also like coffee flavored protein. So I'd mix this with, currently I was using, or in my last prep, I was using Diesel's Cafe Mocha Latte protein. It doesn't mix well with the Hydro Pure. So I'm gonna use the Rule One's Cafe Mocha. So that mixed with the salted caramel tastes amazing. So I'm gonna give this one a go instead. But yeah, I'll also put the macros for those on screen as well so you can see everything. And the last thing is just about a gallon of water. So this whole thing right here, I already drank a little bit, but this is gonna be the last thing on top of all of that. So definitely need to stay hydrated. And I find mixing the protein powder helps you just get in more water as well on top of everything you've been doing. So that is roughly everything I eat in a day. And it keeps me full, keeps me satisfied. I love eggs, so I mean, I can eat that every single day. The chicken and the beef, it doesn't bug me eating that the same thing every day. So it's just easy to repeat. And I do not like cooking. So the main thing, I'm able to just throw all this in the pan, cook it up quick. It doesn't take a lot of, creativity and skill to make. It's just basically adding heat. So I like that because it's a very simple diet and it keeps me full, keeps me satisfied, and keeps the protein way, way up. So with everything I've had, roughly I'll do the 4 eggs, a pound of chicken, pound of veal beef mix, and then I'll do 4 scoops of protein. So 2 in the morning, 2 in the evening. That puts me at above 300 grams of protein, almost no carbs, decent amount of fat, and under or around 2,000 calories. When I switch out the beef and I'm using just chicken, I'll do 2 packs of ground chicken. It's definitely under 2,000 calories. So it's very easy to stay in a calorie deficit, but be in a protein surplus. And I find that's the key to building muscle while being in a deficit. So I think I've covered everything. That's all I want to say for right now. So that's all I'm eating. This is the exact macros of what it looks like. And if you have any questions on, how to maintain this diet, just drop those comments in there. So this is what I'm going to be eating for about the next 8 weeks. I don't really see me changing. If I add anything different, I might do another update and let you guys know, but this is basically how I eat. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you got any questions, just drop them down in the comments, subscribe, be on this journey with me, and I'll see you guys in the next one. So I appreciate you guys watching. I'll see you later. Peace out.